This question is for Ms. Dimick. Why do you feel being in the office daily as a mayor is important since this is not a full-time position? What precedence does this set for future mayors?
Well, daily isn't what I intended. It was regular office hours. I did just become a retiree. So, but I think it's important. I think it's one of the things that sets me apart from Susan and Alan is I do have the time to put in at City Hall. To me right now, when I walk into the front door of City Hall, it's an empty room, it's dark, it has dining room furniture in it, and this is how we welcome visitors, citizens, businesses, and developers. If I have to be the one that sits in the middle of City Hall, then I will be that person. And I will work to put it on the city's website, the hours that I will be in office. And I'll have that. I'll also have the phone there if someone wants to make a special appointment. I think there needs to be more of a connection with the citizens. I want it to be a happy place to be again. I want people to come in and have coffee, discuss what's on their mind, and that's why I think it's important to have the hours. Thank you.
Well, I will say that I am prepared to spend the hours in the evening and on the weekends that are necessary to do the job of mayor. And Diane is right, she has a luxury of being there during the day, and I would greatly appreciate having someone there. I also agree with her that it is unacceptable to walk into City Hall and the first room that you walk into, there isn't a person out there, there is a desk and a coffee machine. Someone comes running out from the back and says, "May I help you?" We need someone sitting out there. We need someone passing out information. We need someone directing people who come to this city.
Well, I too wish I had the luxury of being retired. Unfortunately, I've owned my own company, and it does take a lot of time. Being mayor takes a lot of time, too. You don't have to be sitting in a chair at City Hall to be the mayor. The mayor follows you wherever you go. Many people have my cell phone number, and don't hesitate to call me. Most people have one of my 8 or 9 email addresses that I have, and don't mind emailing me. I'm always available. If anybody requests a meeting, I will gladly meet you on your terms, on your time. And the one thing about being self-employed, it does give me the flexibility I have a lunch meeting coming up this week, and it gives me the flexibility, since I don't have to go ask the boss for the day off, it gives me the flexibility to commit the time during normal business hours that the mayor has to commit. So again, you don't have to be sitting in a seat to be the mayor of the city.
This question is for Mr. Hall. What do you feel has been your greatest contribution as mayor over the past almost 8 years?
That's a broad question. My motto is teamwork. I really believe, I look at our brothers and sisters in cities not too far from us, and they're in the news all the time because they're fussing and feuding with each other. I had a resident of a neighboring city call me the other day on business matter, and he said, "What's Hapeville's secret?" I said, "Hapeville's secret to what?" He said, "Getting things done." I said, "Well, we work together as a team, and we get things done." "Well, y'all aren't on the news, and y'all aren't fussing in my town. They can't even decide what color to paint a building. It takes them 6 months to agree to that." And so I believe that teamwork and building coalitions is my greatest strength. I'm a peacemaker. I don't like controversy, and that's not always a good thing for me. But I like to build peace. I think it's very important to take different opinions and differing ideas and build a coalition amongst people, because we all want the same thing at the end of the day. All 3 folks sitting up here have the desire to serve and to love in this city. And we want to work together. That's the most important aspect of this job, is to work together with your fellow elected officials and your brothers and sisters in other communities. I recently revitalized the South Fulton Municipal Association, which is an alliance of the 7 cities of South Fulton County, which gives us a united voice on issues such as the airport attempting to come in and take our land from us, and other matters like that. So teamwork not only starts in the city of Hapeville, but you've got to reach beyond the borders of the city of Hapeville to your brothers and sisters in other communities and work with them as a team as well.
I'll just say, great job.
Mrs. Bailey, would you like to start?
The mayor is exactly right. I have never known a city council in this city that had infighting going on. And that is a huge asset, especially when you look at some of the cities around us. And it is actually, I feel embarrassed for them. When I read about what goes on in the newspaper, that same thing will continue with me as your mayor.
What ideas or plans do you have to attract more residents and businesses to Hapeville?
I was told you can't hear me in the back. Is this loud enough? Okay. I'll go back to it again. Economic development. We have got to have a director of economic development to help us bring whatever development is out there into this city. People are not going to continue to move here if they drive through our neighborhoods and they're blighted. We also need to work with the neighborhood associations in developing and working with the schools. In Virginia Park, I didn't know this until I was campaigning, and it's an amazing figure, but in Virginia Park, since Virginia Park has been built, we've had 18 children born over there. Now that's a big number. And there is another couple expecting twins in February, so that's a big draw here. We need to direct our attention to that number. That's what makes the city. That's what brings people here is good family-oriented development and playgrounds, parks for those people.
Ms. Evans.
I agree with Susan on the need for a specific economic development director, but I believe the citizens can also do something. When we have new businesses, new restaurants that open, I think it's sort of our responsibility as a citizen to support that in any way we can. It requires a little bit of effort, but I think that we want them to be here, and so we have to show them that we are interested in their businesses. One other issue that I want to address is the readdressing of the exclusive Hapeville zip code. I think when many people who are out of town, developers or whoever, Google 30354, they see the data, the demographics of all of 30354, which you know is over there by the old Carling Brewery, and not our fabulous little bit of neighborhood here that has the most incredible fire, police, and public services. I think they used the avenue in the past was through the Postmaster General, and they're under a bit of trouble right now, so they might be more inclined to listen to us again, as well as perhaps through the State Insurance Commissioner. I believe we would have incredibly better insurance rates if it were just our exclusive City of Hapeville, 30354.
On the talk of the Economic Development Director's position, I support that position. However, I think it's a matter of timing in the economy right now. It's almost like we perceive an Economic Development Director to come in here and work miracles. You know, you can't make corn grow in a desert. And our economy is very dry right now. And I believe we're coming closer to that breaking loose, especially for our area, when we look at the Porsche development coming on board. I believe there will be a big halo effect for the city of Hapeville when the Porsche development comes on board. I believe that in and of itself will give us a vehicle by which more and more people will want to come into the city. And Diane, the zip code issue is alive again for a totally different reason. It has to do with sales tax collection. So our attorneys are working on that right now.